I'm Lulu and welcome to Lulu's Way. I'm really glad you're here. So I am on my way to Acadia National Park. I've never been to a national park before. I did get this America the Beautiful Senior Pass. If you don't know about this, it costs $80 and it's good for your life. One-time payment of $80. It will get you in every national park. So I think it's about $30 to get in a national park. I mean, I think that's average. So really, you'd go 3 times and it's paid for. So I haven't been once, but I did buy the pass a few years ago. So here I go. I'm going today. I think what has deterred me from going all this time is that I just imagine lines and chaos and people and crowds and mobs and everybody. I don't know. That's just not my thing, you know? But I know, like, it's areas of the country that are carved out as extra, extra special. They're extra, extra beautiful. And although I do have interest in seeing these places, sometimes I think the things that I see in my travels is just beautiful enough. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on my way. I just stopped and gassed up because my plan is that when I get there, I'm about 10 miles away. When I get there, I plan on there's a 27-mile loop that you drive. And I plan on driving that whole 27 miles. Another plan I have is that I would like to hike the Jordan Pond Trail. I will certainly pull over and see any kind of scenic views that there's a place to pull over. But you know, I don't know. From what I understand, parking is not always available in the parks. Even the Jordan Pond Trail, they said, you know, you might get there and there's no parking spaces. So if there's no parking spaces, then I don't go there and hike, you know. So I'm going to really get a feel for my first visit to a national park in peak season. Summer in New England is peak. Although perhaps the fall with all the leaves changing colors, maybe that would be more peak for Maine. Not really sure. But summer in Maine and fall in Maine, I'm going to say are the peak seasons. So I'm going to hope for the best. I'm not concerned about it. I'm going to either enjoy it or I'm not. I know I'll enjoy just driving around. You know, I don't know whether I'm going to leave there all kind of psyched up on national parks for the future or whether I will have had enough. So we'll see. So I'm going to start my van right here. I'm going to buckle up. And off I go to Acadia National Park. Well, I had quite the experience. As you can see, I'm home now. So this is how it went. I put Acadia National Park in my GPS. So off I went. So it said I was a minute away. I didn't really see anything that looked like entrances or a line or anything. And then it said, you've arrived. And I was just on a road with trees on both sides. There was like a guardrail on one side and it said I arrived. So I'm in the middle of nothing really. So I thought, okay, the GPS got confused. How could I clarify this? So I put in Acadia National Park entrance. So it told me I was 13 minutes away. So I was like, okay, I don't know. You know, the GPS does that sometimes. It's happened to me before where you arrive at your destination, you're not at the destination. I would venture to guess that on the other side of that guardrail, those trees, that was probably Acadia National Park, like an edge of it, right? So I'm driving, and then I see signs that say Cadillac Mountain this way, Jordan Pond this way. And I know those are 2 attractions within Acadia National Park. So I was interested in Jordan Pond Trail because I wanted to walk the trail. So I went towards Jordan Pond Trail, and I'm driving, and then I see a sign that says Jordan Pond Trail this way. So I look and it brings me into the parking lot of Jordan Pond Trail, and it was mobbed, absolutely, positively mobbed. Every parking space was taken. There was a few different parking lots. All of them were in the same condition. This is what it looked like. A circle of traffic all around the drivable part of the parking lot. Just slowly, just everybody's hovering, waiting for people to leave to get a parking space, okay? Now, at this point, I was like, I never even got to the entrance. Like, I had my America the Beautiful pass all ready with my license. I was told to make sure I had my license too, so I had that both ready. I didn't come to like a booth that like an entrance to like enter and where people pay. And I'm like, how did I get in the park? I didn't even get to a gate. So I was totally confused. But where else could I have been at that point? It said Jordan Pond Trail here, mobs and mobs and mobs of people. So I was like, I want no part of this, okay? You know how I feel about crowds and tourist attractions. I'm like, even if I got lucky as I'm hovering with everybody and somebody pulled out and I got a space, that means all these people are on the trail, which means the trail is going to be mobbed. That's not the way I want to walk through beautiful areas. So it took me about 15 minutes just to get out of that loop, just so that I could get out. Then I got into like a lower parking lot that was all backed up, and then I'm trying to get out. So I finally get out. So now I'm like, I wanted to drive the Park Loop Road, which is a 27-mile road that goes all around the park. And I thought, that's what I'll do. And I'll just stop at different scenic view pull-offs, right? So every scenic view pull-off that I came to was jam-packed with cars. You couldn't pull over. So there's the whole line of cars at the pull-off. Then there was a whole line of double-parked people. It was nuts. And that is not my thing. So I saw a sign that said visitor center this way. So I thought, let me go to the visitor center just to get clarity. I've never been to a national park before. It really seems like I'm in the park. I'm seeing all the signs, Cadillac Mountain this way, Bubble something, there was Bubble Park or Bubble something right there, jam-packed parking lot for that. I was in the park. How I didn't go through a gate and actually show my card or where people pay, I have no idea. No idea. So if anybody knows why I got in that park without going through a gate and showing my card, let me know. Let me know. I mean, maybe it's normal. It doesn't seem normal. So I went to the visitor center and I thought, let me ask somebody, like, am I in the gosh darn park? I know it seems like a stupid question because I'm in the park, but I just wanted clarity on like this Park Loop Road. I saw the sign. I was on Park Loop Road, which is in the park. But like I said, every time I saw a scenic thing to pull over on, it was all jam-packed with cars. So I went to the visitor center, same thing. Everybody hovering around, trying to get a parking space at the visitor center. And that's when I was like, bye-bye. I was just like, enough of this nonsense. So then I just put my GPS on and I hit home and here I am. So my first experience at a national park was not pleasant. It was everything I expected it to be. I was just giving it a chance because I just don't think it's just not for me. And I was thinking about all the people that are there. They're all in the mobs. Nobody loves like mobs, but like people are there. They're diehard tourists. They either want to tick the box that they've been to this park and they've been to Jordan Pond and they've been to Bubble Creek and they've been to Cadillac Mountain and Maybe they want to tick the boxes. Maybe they really want to see it. They want to show their kids these places. People are on vacation and they plan these vacations and go there, and you're not going to go there and like not get into the stream of it, even if it is mobs. But like, they were in this parking lot that was all backed up. There were kids everywhere. If you don't enjoy crowds and you don't enjoy touristy traps, you probably don't want to go here. I know you can go off season, but if it's off season and it means that nobody really wants to go anymore, and there's a reason for that, like all this landscape isn't quite as beautiful as when it's in season. So I believe that any national park, when it's on season, is going to be just, as far as the unique beauty of these areas, I don't think that you're going to see that in its full glory when it's off season. So yeah, you can go off season and not be in the crowds, but there's a reason there's no crowds, So I think I'll just stick with finding my own beautiful spots. And sometimes it's just driving down the back roads in New Hampshire or up in Vermont was breathtaking for me. I'd rather find the beauty myself and see the beauty on the way. That's just what I'm going to do. So bye for now.